Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? Today is October the 24th, and we are working on a dinner party. Let me just put this right, move this out of the way, and I'm going to see if I am live. I just got to refresh my screen over here. There we go. Hello, hello, good morning. Why does my light look so weird? I think because this is blank. Let's have a look. Why is this not working? We will get this ready. Hello, good morning. Are you painting with me today? Who is painting with me today? I have a few images. So I'm going to go through the images that I have here, and we'll see what you guys would like to draw. Let me just double check that this is clean. Sorry. I want to make sure it's as clear as possible. It doesn't look clear to me, so hopefully it looks clear to you. Hi, Marianne. How are you? Good morning. Good morning, Meryl. How are you, Meryl? All right, let's get started. I'm not going to be able to stay the whole time, so I've probably got to leave 10 minutes to the hour. So we have 48 minutes to get something done. So I have this image, which is an image from Unsplash. It doesn't look more like a dinner, but this looks more like a dinner party. But I also love this one because it's a little bit more lively. And then the last one we have is this one of people cheering. I think I may do this one, and I'm going to do this one upside down as well, and really look at the lights and darks. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Hi Tash, how are you? So I'm going to turn this one upside down, and I probably should turn my book upside down as well. Esty, if you're watching, happy birthday. I believe it's your birthday because that's the day that you said it was. Okay, I'm also going to crop it so it's a little bit on the longer side, and just have these people here in view. And we'll see how this goes. I'm going to push this up slightly. What am I going to do this one in? I'm not 100% sure yet. Maybe just regular gouache and get some colors in. Yeah, this will be a play of me trying to figure out night colors with that I don't have colors in front of me, so that'll be interesting. Okay, should we sketch it out first? I think I'm just going to look at all the light areas first, and then all the light areas, like the very light areas, I have for white, I have my acrylic white, so I'm going to have to use a palette alongside this. Good morning, Louise. How are you? If you're joining, we are working on the prompt dinner party. We're still on nocturnal art, and I'm going to go with a black and white photo. Somebody asked in my class yesterday if I work from black and white photos. I do, but I don't, like when I'm doing a portrait, I don't convert a photo to black and white on purpose, only because I like to see the colors and try and figure out the values of the colors as well. I think it's good for, you know, trying to figure that out. Just rolling up my sleeve because I'm using gouache and acrylic. The acrylic, I know if I get it on my clothes, it will not come off. All right, let's get started. I'm going to look at where all the lighter areas are, and really this is going to be really a value. Maybe I should choose a few colors. That would be probably a great idea. Let's choose a few, even acrylic wash, because then I can choose some colors. Let's see what I've got. I'm going to grab a handful and see what I have. Alright, so we have rose. I'm going to put rose on here. You can't see my palette, can you? I'm going to push it over here a little bit. See, just like you, Meryl, I need to use my acrylic washes because they are getting a little bit pasty. I didn't realize they would dry up so much. That's not a good thing. Definitely not a good thing. They obviously have a shelf life that nobody talks about. Because this one is pasty. Pasty. That one can be thrown away. And I really like, so I'm going to go with these colors that I saw yesterday on my walk. It was like a burgundy, maybe a little bit of this vermilion in there. Louise says, I'm 3 days behind. So this is what I do when I get left behind, or when I get behind in my prompts. I know that you guys like to do them in order, but if you're here painting, if you are actually painting, I would, I always say, don't worry about the ones that you've made. Only because for reposting purposes, for me, I like posting the day of, like what is on the day. So if you're going to do something and you want me to repost it, tag me in it. I'm more likely, and it's just because I like to see what's happening today. So that's what I advise, is that if you're behind, try and do the one of today and then get caught up on the ones that you are behind on. I don't know, everyone's different. Okay, I have primary magenta, I have burnt sienna. Oh, and I was saying, so on my walk yesterday I saw this beautiful tree that was like a blood, it was like a blood burgundy color. It was like really dark, almost like a red wine, and it was a maple, so there was like that maple, and then there was another tree, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's along my walk, and it was this yellowy green. I'm going to put that on here, this yellowy green color, and it was beautiful. And it was just losing its brightness, but it was still pretty bright. And then another tree that was probably like more orangey in tones. So you had the three. You had the green yellow, and then you had the orange, and then you had the wine color. They were so pretty together. I should have taken a photo, but I see it every day, and I don't think to take a photo of it. I'm using acrylic wash, yeah. Yeah, it's completely out of this. I don't know. I'm just going to be a little crazy today and do some wild stuff here. Wild. Crazy wild. And get some, I'm going to put that away. I'm putting my gouache away. I'm just going to use acrylic wash today. Louise says, that's a good idea. I'm stuck on one I was working on over the weekend. I shall leave it for a little while. Yes, that's a great idea. Really great idea. Thanks for the thumbs up, by the way. Whoever gave me the thumbs up, that's really sweet of you. Okay, let's get started. Because I'm only using these colors. Oh, I do need a little bit of a darker. I do need to find, let's get a little bit of Prussian blue in this. I don't know if this red that I've got here is actually going to do anything. I need to stock up on my acrylic wash. I need to take a trip downtown. That's what I need to do. If anybody is in Toronto and wants an art date, let me know. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to mix up some values, some lighter values. See, this is really, it's kind of, I can still activate it, but it's not the consistency that I want. So let me just mix this up a little bit. This is what happens with sticky acrylic. So if you want something to last a lifetime, buy gouache or watercolor, because they do last a lifetime. If you really like, I find it's quite wasteful acrylic. Anything with acrylics, it just eventually it'll dry up. This is pretty much the color. I'm gonna just try and mix in a little bit more. I need to get some values, some different values here, so I'm mixing up the three colors that I saw in my walk yesterday, which was this wine color, and then I will show you the other color in a minute. Just, I'm trying to reactivate an acrylic wash that was almost dry, but I squeezed out the last little bits of it. And now I'm making this into more of a brown. It's coming, sorry. It's a little bit, I'm kneading it into my palette just to get some moisture into the pigment. Okay, this color, I'm going to get this on a lot of the darker areas on this image. So I'm back. If back, it says I'm back. It says I'm back. So let's, yeah, I'm frozen. Okay, if this works, everybody. I don't think I'm frozen anymore. I think my internet is just truly not the greatest. But we will make do with what we have. Hopefully it'll become better somehow. Okay, I'm going to mix up a slightly lighter. I feel like this has to be actually a little bit warmer, so I'm going to take, oh, this yellow is really pasty too. Now this could turn out as a complete disaster, but we'll see. I'm just using the colors from my walk yesterday and trying something different. Today we are going to Egypt in our virtual art retreat. If anybody is joining us, I have some lovely photos which a friend of mine was lucky to go to Egypt at the beginning of the year this year. Probably not a place that anybody wants to travel down to right now. So I have those photos. I'm excited about that. And then we are doing one of my favorite mediums. I'm not sure if it's still a favorite medium, but in portrait class today we are doing pencil crayon and markers, not together right away, maybe at the end. But yeah, so that's what we're doing in portrait class. Excited about that. Okay, this has to dry before I start putting anything on it. I want to also create a lighter color for the wall over here. Not white, but a light color. Hola! Yes, I mentioned IKEA drawers for storing things. Yeah, and I forgot to put the link in. I will, I'll look it up and tell you what it is. But I don't know, your system sounds really good too, Patty. All right. I'm going with a little bit of an odd color choice today. Yesterday on my walk home from taking Piper out for a walk, I go past these 3 trees and they are burgundy red and beautiful, like a greeny yellow, and then an orange right now, or like a reddy orange, like the maples. The green is not a maple, but the red and the burgundy one are maples, and they are just gorgeous. And I'm afraid that it was so windy yesterday that there may not be leaves on the tree still, so I'm just channeling what I saw yesterday and using the image that I have in front of me as reference. And I'm doing it upside down because I just want a little bit of a more relaxed morning. I like storing information. Okay. Well, I'll get the name of them for you. You like storing information. Okay, so this color I think can also go down here. I need to also bring in some other colors. The faces, for example, do I have a certain color scheme? Yeah, it's from my walk yesterday, Martina. So I'll show you what the mix is. Oh, and I should probably put it on the page. And I'm trying to use my acrylic gouache because they're getting a bit pasty, which means that I haven't used some of them for a long time. So this is one of the colors. It's almost like a mustard. And there is also some lighter areas of the color. I'm going to put some white in here. And there's also some greener areas of this tree as well. So it's kind of like a blend. There was some green, there was some, and then the other color was, let's mix it over here. The other color was like a yellowy orange. The tree was just turning. Probably not the best color combo, but when you see them all together in nature, it was like, wow, that is spectacular. Whoops. So this was the other color. And then And then the burgundy was the other tree color. So those were the colors that I was inspired by yesterday. And I'm definitely doing something a bit crazy, working on a black and white photo and working with these colors. So I'm just going to get these cross beams in. Sometimes you just got to try new things, even if they don't work out. And I'm okay. I just, you know, maybe I shouldn't do this live in front of people. But hey, maybe it'll encourage you guys to try different things as well, instead of sticking with the same thing over and over. Okay, I definitely need my line brush for these, so I'm gonna get that. Hi C, good morning. Where is my line brush? I cleaned it yesterday and put it away. Here. This is a good enough line brush. So this is for the prompt dinner party. And as you can see, I don't have anyone partying right now. I hope you guys liked my portrait class yesterday. I know that some of you are here who did it, and you did fabulously. Love your portraits. And today it is markers and pencil crayons. You don't have to have any specific markers or any specific pencil crayons, just bring what you have. I actually found a whole bunch of Crayola markers yesterday. I do have my Echolines, which I'll use as well. And then I added a couple more pictures to the Padlet as well. We will still be working on one longer one, but I wanted some different ones for the practices. Louise says, I'm going to do no daily prompts in November and do a class catch-up. Oh, that's such a good idea. I'm sure quite a few people would like to do that as well. I will be doing the nocturnal, no, not nocturnal, the Gouache Vemba prompts, and I'm going to do the Folktale Week. So yeah, that is my plan. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with, I'm going to make this straight. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with the Gouache Vemba, because last year, what did we do for last year? I think it wasn't anything exciting. I think we just used the prompt. The year before, I think, was a little bit more exciting, and we did a pattern which related to the prompt. Like, we did the prompt and a pattern as well. We got a lot done in those mornings. So that was kind of fun. So it would be nice to come up with an idea for Gouache Vember as well. I like doing little, like, a project, a theme, and not just working on the prompts randomly. I don't know. Anyone else have any ideas? Good morning, Scott. How are you? Scott, I'm just kind of working on this image with colors. These are the colors that were inspired by 3 trees yesterday that I walked past, and I'm like, ooh, I really like those trees. So I am using those colors in today's image, and I can see that I'm probably going to be going a little bit on the bright side when it comes to skin tone. I mean, I could mix these colors as well. Maybe that would be a good idea, to mix them slightly. I'm using acrylic wash, and I am using acrylic white. And I can only stay for another 20 minutes because I have to go at 50. Because my husband's got a horrible cold, and we did not have any medication for him last night, so I thought I would quickly run before my class, before I have to walk Piper, and go and get some medication for him so he can get through the day. And I think it is Estee's birthday, so happy birthday, Esty. We are all thinking about you, Esty. Alright, I'm going to take this color, make it a little bit warmer, and put it over here. And this is the things in particular, but it does get a little confusing, and you just have to go with what you I think he's eating a hamburger, with what you see. This guy, I can make his coming down here. This may turn into quite an abstract dinner party, by the way. Scott says, I am watching and your use is always a lesson. I'm not sure if this should be a lesson though. I think it's a little bit crazy. So Scott, maybe hold back on the you know, thinking that this is a great lesson. This may be a complete disaster, but I'm okay with that because it's kind of fun to do things which are not the norm. I'm going to put the light up here. Okay, I'm going to mix up. I'm going to give this guy a yellow shirt. And I am going to mix these 3 colors as well, so it's not just going to stay with these 3 colors. If there's any darker areas, like for example, to mix a darker version of this green, I'll do that over here. I'm just going to take a little bit of the orange and mix it in with the green. Definitely colors that I would not usually use. And you're probably wondering, why am I using them? Okay, I'm going to add, look how beautiful these colors mix though. This is the green and the burgundy, and it makes such a nice brown. like a really nice brown. Actually, I can use this in his hair up here. I've made his head really quite bulbous. I'm going to put this guy's head over here. And he's holding something too. Whoops, I should have gone the other way. It's okay, I can come back in with a darker tone and just clean everything up. Right, there's a lot of light area down here, so I think I need to work on whatever that is down here. Is that? I really can't tell if that's a hand or not a hand. I think it's a hand. I'm going to make it a hand. Thank you, Martina. Martina says every class is always a good lesson. Yeah, a lesson maybe not to do this. But I don't know, I feel like I sometimes should be stepping out of my comfort zone also, like more, just to experiment a little bit more and, you know, have these fails like in front of people. I think it's a good thing as well because it encourages everybody to not do these things. No, it encourages you guys to experiment a little bit maybe. So just make this lighter. Okay. I think I'm going to put green on his shirt here. So there's just a lot of light area down here. So I'm a little confused, but I'm going to just put it in as a value and then come back into it. And hopefully I'll be able to maybe correct some things, put some darker areas in. I think it's a table full of food. I think that's what it was. And they're all kind of eating. And Scott says yes too. Thanks, Scott. I think once you know where your values are, you can just, you know, play around with those and lighten and darken and try and get them in your photo. So it really is, I think there's a hand down here as well. My burgundy has kind of disappeared because I mixed in that green. Tash says, watching and seeing how you correct and pivot when you're not happy with things has really helped me get out of my comfort zone and try new things. Yes. And C says, I love Estee's post. Oh, I haven't seen it. I'll have to look after. Okay, I'm going to, and yeah, thanks Tash, that's really nice of you to say. Yeah, I hope that you guys will try new things, because that's, you know, really art is all about experimenting and not just copying, because, you know, you have to find your way. So if there's something that you want to try, then it's really good for you to try it in your own way of doing it. Okay, there's a couple of cups down here as well. I'm going to get just the shape in. And then get, my paint is really pasty, like very pasty. I think there's a person back here, but I'm not going to make it a person, because I think that would just be a little bit confusing. I may have to go in with some mixed media over the top of this, just to figure everything out. So I'm basically looking where any darker values are. I have no idea what these things are down here. This needs to be a lot darker. I think I'm going to mix a really dark bluey purple. Let's have a look. Okay, I have a sky blue and I have a primary magenta, so I want to get that purple back that I had, the wine color, which I kind of lost. All my paints are getting a little pasty. Okay, let's mix this up. And I feel like also my colors, what I wanted, there should be more yellow as well in my palette. So it's a terrible brush for this, but I just want to get the gist of things in. Okay, I think I can clean up this area. I think that's definitely a hand down there. his hair up here. I don't quite know what the hand is doing over here, so I'm just gonna, I really don't have, I should just not think about it because I think it's easier to get the idea of things happening if I just don't think about what's happening and just look at like where the contrast is on this piece. Ooh, that blue came through. Quite like that though. Okay, there's a lot of dark here. I'm gonna get that in. Looking where the light is, there really isn't directional light. I think it's coming more from this side over here, the left. This could be probably red, his nose here. And then I can also add a little bit more of this value underneath here. But I do want to get the hair right here. I'm going to crack this up here. And then looking at his shirt, I think I can make certain areas darker as well. Ooh, it's so pasty. To just add some more water. Good morning, Julie, but today is not Upside Down Friday. I know. It's because I wanted to do this scene and I was using inspiration from colors that I saw on my walk, and I thought if I do it right side up, I'm going to think too much about the actual image and not about the color choices that I'm making, and then this way it'll sway my decisions, and that's why I did it upside down, because this way I don't think about it as much. So that is why. And it is a little bit random and a little bit out there, but I'm okay with trying different things. So that is what I'm doing today. Julie, nice of you to join. All right then, she says. All right then. Julie, you coming to class today? Okay. How's your son? Hopefully better. Okay, I'm gonna just block in. I don't have much time. I have to leave early today. Sorry. I've got to go and get my husband some medicine. He's not feeling very well. So I'm gonna run and get that before having to walk Piper and before class. So this may have to finish soon. I'm going to turn it right side up and see where I can, actually what I'm going to do is, this guy's eating something and I kind of want it to be Here, I'm going to put it back there. And then this is where my colours start muddling. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and see what kind of disaster there is. See, I imagine them to be all a little bit older, but they're actually quite young, aren't they? Trying to find a smaller brush that will work with this. Okay, so I can correct certain things like skin. So this is where you can come in afterwards and just correct it. So I don't mind it actually. I think it's quite interesting how it's turned out. I think I could definitely work with it. I don't know. How did yours turn out, everybody? I can definitely see that there's like people in my picture, that's for sure. He's kind of pointing over here. He's eating something. I'm not sure what he's eating, but I'm going to put that there like that. This guy is also eating something. Julie says, I'll tell you in Patreon chat, ladies, if it's okay with you. Okay, no, absolutely fine. Oh, that's good. Martina says, it turned out great. Love the colours. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, like there's a few things that I need to correct, but I don't mind it. And I think it's kind of got the basics of something that could be worked on a little bit more. And I'm sitting here and I have to go, but I would love to work on it a little bit more. So I may revisit it or finish it later or finish it another day, or yeah, just I think you're more susceptible to not overworking things when you work on things upside down. Anyway, thanks everybody for a nice morning. It was very relaxed and we didn't chat about much, but it's okay. She says, they look new and creamy. No, not creamy at all. Very, 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 very dry. I'm going to put some water on so that I can use them again. Thanks, everybody. Have a really good day. Thank you, Scott. Thanks. Bye.